where you react to what the Packers were able to do over the Texans, Chew. We're going to focus a lot today. We'll do one defensive play, but I want to focus more on Jordan Love and the highs and lows and kind of that roller coaster ride that he's on. And I think that starts, when we talk about his first interception, and he's kind of gone off to some slow starts this year. And this first interception, certainly not a good one for the Packers. What do you see as we take a look here? This was play 3 or 4 in the game.
Okay, just run it through, Gabe. I got it. Okay, so here.
This is excuse me. This is the second interception that happened. So yeah, we can start with this, the second interception.
Yeah, that's fine. So this is just kind of a deep cross by the receiver here. No, it's not. It's more of a dagger route by the receiver. It's not a great route all the way around. It has the makings of one of my favorite plays, 72X shallow cross. If you watch Kraft, he's over the ball, and then I believe it's Watson running a dig route over the top. Couple things. That's not the throw by Love. It's not a great throw. But this is where you have to stair climb as a receiver to sell like you're running wide deep cross, and then you snap it off. But you have to come back for the ball. See how he drifts a little bit and he allows that defender to come underneath. It's not a very good route by Watson, and it's definitely not the throw for Love. Let me just take a look at Tucker Kraft here. See, even with Tucker Kraft, I mean, I know you're running to a spot, but it's man-to-man. And you have to do something to separate from the defender. So Kraft should kind of be doing the same thing. He should be going more vertical to make that defender's feet feel uncomfortable and then snap it off. You can still get to your same landing spot, but you can't just run there when it's man-to-man because the guy's in his hip pocket and his feet are never threatened by Kraft. You have to threaten his feet. You have to get him to do something with his feet. If you watch Kraft, the guy's just way too comfortable on his route. And then Watson is sloppy. You have to come back to the ball, create separation, and give Love a window to throw the ball. Just a bad round.
One of the things I kind of noticed here too, and at first I thought maybe he's drifting, but there is a little bit of pressure. Would Jordan Love have been better off kind of stepping up? He kind of slides to his left and then the ball, because he's got the pressure coming off here with Zach Tom getting beat, and he just kind of slides to his left. Would he have been better off kind of stepping up to avoid that and getting his feet settled down underneath him a little bit more? Because to me, the feet aren't settled, and that's part of the reason why the ball sailed here as he tried to get it to Watson.
It's not ideal in a perfect world, but these things happen so fast. The one other thing I'm seeing with Christian Watson, it's man, run. You run versus man, and you sit versus zone. Watch the top of his route, how he slows down.
Kind of peels it off. You can see it better, I think, if we go back to the full field.
You have to explode where he gets to the 45, or actually the 50. 53, you got to catch the ball on the numbers. The drifting is what caused the interception. Okay, if he came back hard and came back to the ball 3 yards, then that doesn't happen. The only reason it happens is because he ran a sloppy route and he allowed the defender to undercut him. Just a bad play.
So this was the actual first interception. I know we just had him labeled wrong here, but the first interception kind of double, it ends up getting picked off when somebody just kind of drifts off a route down here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just, you know what that is, Gabe? That's double stick. It's a bad route by the inside receiver. I can't see who that is.
That's Dobbs right there.
See how he kind of, number one, it's not the throw. He should have went to the receiver in the flat. The defender covering the guy in the flat just makes a good play on it. But you can't, this is a speed route, right? It's a speed route. You can't, look at his feet, how he's dancing and he's doing cute things. That's bust your butt, use your stem, right? He's got to make that middle linebacker think he's running past him. See, as soon as he starts diddling his feet, watch how that defender just sits. See how he's never threatened?
Mm-hmm.
That's just a rollover. It's a four-step rollover, and then Love's got to make the decision on it's either the outside guy or the inside guy. Now the read is inside to outside.
Yeah,
right?
so he tries to get it to Wicks right here, right away.
To the outside, Love just makes a poor decision. The receivers didn't help him out. He should have went to the wide guy. But just bad execution again all around.
It wasn't obviously all bad. We want to highlight some things here that Jordan Love did well. And I thought this was one of his better throws. This was his second touchdown. Just really able to fit it in a cover 2 hole to Dontavian Wicks here.
Okay, this is just all go. It's all four verticals, right? And the inside guys should be 3 yards inside the numbers, okay? You just want separation. The outside guys should be 5 yards from the sideline. Wicks is perfect. The inside guy, his job is when he knows it's not single safety high, he's got to hold that near safety. Sorry. Which he does here. See how he holds his...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's Tucker Kraft. Tucker Kraft working out of the slot there.
Tucker Kraft, his only job is to hold that guy right there, which he does. Love makes the perfect throw, and that's how it should be executed. Sorry, just getting over sickness here.
Yeah, no, it's all good, bud. And then this last one I want to go over with Jordan Love. There's a couple of things that, when I watched this one live, I thought, okay, he kind of drifts back in the pocket for no reason and, maybe put too much air underneath it. And then after watching back this all 22, you'll see it. I mean, Wicks just breaks wide open. So there are a couple of things I think that maybe could have gone better here for the Packers because this to me, after seeing how wide open Wicks was, should have been a touchdown. I mean, there's just nobody out there. And it ends up being an incomplete pass. But this also watching it live, like my heart started beating thinking, oh no, Love maybe just threw an interception the way he just kind of floats this one.
Yeah, once again, see, I don't know why, because the out route, Gabe, is number one, or is where he should actually be going with the ball. But we talked about it this week on our show. His trajectory is just, it's too high. That's got to be more on a rope, because he has, if you look, Wicks has position on the defender, right?
Oh, he's got so much position because here, I'll pause it. So like he's got this defender, his back is to him. He's cutting inside. There's literally nobody on the right side of the field. Like this is the nearest defender on the right side of the field at the 30-yard line, just outside the hashes. Like to me, it just seems like and I know he's already kind of cocking to throw it, and he just kind of, if it leads him a little bit more, it's a touchdown. Instead, the ball just kind of floats, and you can see he's just kind of off his back foot, despite there not being a ton of pressure.
Yeah, he just floats this way too much, and he did it a few times in the game. That's got to be more of a ropey throw, not drilling it in there, but like you said, if he throws that to the far hash and just let him run, the only way the defender can make a play on that is to go through his body.
Mm-hmm.
So he had position on him. That's just poor execution by Love. I thought he should have went to the out because he had the out. That's just a rollover. You see how he ran that route though, the receiver, Gabe? How he rolls over?
Mm-hmm.
That's what the stick play should have been doing. Fiddling around with your feet. It's a speed route, just rolling it over. Now, the only thing I would say about that out, that you can't drift. You see how they're drifting? You have to go parallel to the line of scrimmage or bring it back a little bit.
Yeah, because he kind of makes the cut at like he makes the cut at the 22 and he drifts out to the 20.
Yeah. So this would have been another big play in the game. That should have been hit.
Yeah, I mean they end up getting enough yardage and kick the game-winning field goal, but
Yeah. That could have been an interception too to end the game.
Yeah, that's what made me very worried. And then finally, because we did focus so much on Love, I did want to show a little bit of this defense and what Jeff Hafley was doing. This is another play where I believe they only ended up rushing 4, so it's technically not a blitz, but Eric Wilson ends up getting a sack because, before we even start the play, everybody's just up near the line of scrimmage, and you don't know who's coming if you're CJ Stroud.
So this is just called a fire zone, simple fire zone, where you're not sending, it's not a blitz, like you said. They're threatening blitz. I'm sure he checked it as if it was blitz, But if you look at the last second, Preston Smith takes a step forward and then he drops, and then he's responsible for anything crossing underneath, right? So they kind of screw up the blocking scheme. So what should have happened, right? And this is it's tough. When you just throw this out in the middle of a game and the team isn't expecting it, it screws you up. Because what should have happened is the tackle bumps down to the guard, and the guard, everything just bumps down.
Yeah. So you just kind of take a look here. I mean, they kind of run a stunt there with Wilson and Kenny Clark, and it ends up kind of working out for the Packers.
You see how the tackle and the guard wind up blocking one guy? Mm-hmm. That's the problem. It's got to slide all the way down. It's just a great call by Hafley. He hasn't really shown it all year long. The timing of it was great. And, I mean, you can't do this all the time. This is something you can do maybe once or twice a game because they figure it out. But perfect timing, worked real well, and it was a big play in the game.
Yeah, so I think there's plenty of things to Jordan Love for work to continue to improve on, despite him still making all those really good plays he has, which is, I think, scary if you're a Packers opponent. And I'm really curious to see what Hafley does against the Jaguars, because like you said, we hadn't seen the Fire Zone stuff. Now we see it. How much does he use it? It's certainly a tool that he's got in the toolbox. I'm curious how much he uses it this week against Jacksonville.
I don't think he uses a lot, but he's got to come up with some other game plan, assuming that the front four alone can't create enough pressure. Because if you just let Trevor Lawrence or any quarterback in this league, for that matter, he'll pick you apart. So it's going to be another interesting game plan, I would think.
Looking forward to it. We'll break it down next week right here on the All 20 Chew.